and welcome to the General Hospital recap for October 18th. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. If you're watching these in order, you'll know a spider is on my tripod and is dangerously close to jumping on my face, and I'm very terrified. But let's get right to it. At Sunny's, Carly and Sunny are talking about Jocelyn and Oscar, who are out on the porch right now. Leave them alone or you'll wind up turning Jocelyn into a rebel, and that's the last thing Carly wants. Carly feels like soon she'll need to do a forced intro with Oscar's mother, and Sunny tells her to leave well enough alone. Jocelyn and Oscar are outside on the porch. They're still trying to track down his father. They have a little bit of clues. They're about to kiss, and Carly comes outside and asks how the homework is coming along. The spider is making an entrance. Oh my goodness, the spider. So they're about to kiss, and Carly comes outside and asks how homework is coming along. Carly asks Oscar about his mom. She's a doctor at Mercy Hospital, and Oscar will try to find a time they can meet. And he says his mom is so busy it probably won't happen. Oh, he says that to Jocelyn, not to Carly. And Jocelyn is like, you really think my mom's gonna give this up? Oscar's mom's name is Kim Narrow. Jocelyn looks the name up in one of those websites that knows way too much about you. They find her, but it's $30 for more information, and they need a credit card, and Jocelyn's like, I got this emergency credit card, I got it. They see an address he recognizes. It's his grandparents' old address. All his mom's information is there, but nothing about his dad. They really just need his name. Oscar says he's looked at things in the house to try to find a clue. Oh my god, the spider just jumped onto the other tripod. But Oscar was afraid to look any farther in the house because he didn't want to get caught. And Jocelyn's like, hey, I'm really good. Go away. You're not wanted here. Oh my god, it's licking its lips. Oh my god, what's it doing? Jocelyn is confident she can snoop around and his mom won't notice that anything is displaced. It's looking at me and it's going like this. At General Hospital, Cassie had some tests run at General Hospital. She's talking with Finn. Anna comes into the hospital and Anna's like, oh, I was looking for you, Finn. She tells Cassie she has a blood condition and she just finished up one of her treatments. Felicia comes up and she asks Finn and Anna if they're really dating, and thankfully Cassie had walked away by then. They say, yeah, it's new, that's why we didn't tell anyone, and Felicia is happy for them. She's really happy, and she's gonna tell Mac and probably the whole town. Talk, and Finn is having some more, just a little bit more reservations, and Anna tells him how like 12 people in Chicago recently died because of drugs that Cassie peddles, and stopping her means saving lives, and they both need to like throw in, and he's in this to win this. At Crimson, Valentine tells Nina Sam and Jason bought the company. He's upset because it would have been a perfect acquisition for him. Nina still wants to run a business together though. They'll find something else. They'll either build it or they'll acquire another business. She's accepted her fate about not having a job because she feels they're gonna fire her. And then Jason comes into the room and she's immediately like super defensive, and I'm like, first of all, that's not a way to get on someone's good side if you're like afraid of them firing you, but whatever. Valentine tells Jason they wanted to buy the company, but obviously Julia wants to keep it in the family. Nina feels he came here to fire her and she won't go down without a fight. She's made this magazine a huge success. She loves this magazine. She made it rise from the ashes, and Jason's like, yeah, that's why I'm here to ask you to stay. And I'm like, oh, my hopes are dashed. Valentine wants to talk to Nina for a second. He's not happy that she's choosing to stay and work under bosses with no experience. And she's like, I had no experience when I came here and I was able to do really good things. She thinks it'll be fine and Valentine will go and leave her be. Jason asks Nina if she's sure she wants to stay, and she's like, yes, but I want my creative autonomy. Maybe this could be better because maybe things can happen from the inside that are bad. Where it's still on the other side of my tripod, but I can't see it now. He asked Nina for her advice to success. She said she hired someone who could run the place and pretty much teach her how to do it. Yeah, Maxie, but she fired Maxie because she betrayed her trust, and there's no really getting past that. Valentine gets a text from Cassie. She wants to meet up. At the park, Cassie and Valentine meet there. They were business and personal partners, and she would like to rekindle both relationships while she's in town. He says he's married, and she's like, so what? She thinks his money is dwindling, and he says he inherited a lot of money from his father, and she's like, yeah, expensive. He looks down on her drug traffic, feels that these people choose to do drugs, so it's out of her hands. And she asks if he wants what she has to offer, and basically right now, no. At Betsy's, Franco is back there. He wants to know more things. He's not sure he's buying the heart defect thing. He's looked for a death certificate and can't find one. Is Andrew still alive? She says it must have been misfiled. He thinks there's still more to the story, and she's like, why would I lie? And he's like, really? 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 He wants to see Andrew's grave, and she tells him some details about their childhood together. He still wants to go to the grave though, and she doesn't want to. He asks where it is and he'll go alone, and she tells him no. She doesn't want to go to the truth about Andrew and him. Andrew is dominating his thoughts and dreams though. He needs peace, and she tells him this won't give him peace, and he asks for the real story. Andrew didn't die at 3. He didn't have a heart defect. He could still be alive and out there. What does this mean though? She says she gave him up. She loved him. She wants to know he's okay. She'll never stop missing him. She had to let him go. He wasn't safe here. At Ava's, Ava tells patient Jason that Julian sold his business to Jason Morgan and Sam. At least his daughter will benefit. Patient Jason asks if she has a picture of Jason Morgan. Her brother is Sam's father, and she shows him the press release of Jason and Sam. She asks why he's so fascinated by that picture. Oh, she figured it out. He's been gone a while. He probably thought Jason was dead like everyone else. She tells him the whole story, Jason being shot by Faison, who was dressed as Duke. Then Helena intervened, kept him in a clinic, but he escaped and was recaptured, then escaped again. He was hit by a car. She leaves out who was driving that car, and needed full reconstruction for 2 years. He couldn't remember his name or anything, and he asks why this guy thinks he's Jason then. She says that Carly Corinthos figured it out. There were DNA tests involved. Carly interrupted the wedding between he and Elizabeth. Then he recovered his memories that he and Sam are soulmates and that their love could never die. She asks why he's so interested in Jason. She's like, do you know him? He doesn't answer. Then he sees Avery's picture and he recognizes the background being Sunny's house. And Ava says, oh yeah, that was taken at her father's house. She and Sunny have a child. They had a one-time mistake. Like, you know, being together, not Avery, of course. He says he was friends with Sunny. He needs her to get him a message. He writes a letter and asks her to take it to Sunny. She says she can't. He won't read it if it comes from her. And he says Sunny will try to figure this out. She doesn't want to provoke Sunny. Delivering this note to Sunny will help her prove that what she's trying to prove to herself. That's what patient Jason says to her. And now end scene. Felicia wants a double date with Anna and Finn. Cool, that'll be fun. Can't see why it wouldn't be. Valentine thinks what Cassie's offering is too good to be true. He says he won't be found out. He doesn't want to be involved in people's deaths. And she says he's killed before. He was cold-blooded. She knows it's a matter of time before this life he's made for himself isn't enough for him. Jocelyn tells Carly they're going to the library and Carly wants to drive them. Plan foiled. Nina doesn't know if she and Maxie can ever reconcile. Betsy says one night she was making dinner and she heard Andrew scream. He was at the bottom of the basement stairs. He was really badly injured, broken bones and all of that, and it was a miracle he survived. Franco asks what caused Andrew to fall, and she says that he did. Ava arrives at Sunny's. He says no on whatever she's going to say, and she says it could be important. Patient Jason leaves a note for Ava and is arming himself and leaves the apartment. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you a little bit later for more Drama Hospital, and I hope you have a great day. Okay, bye.